We are leaving in 5 minutes.
The road trip has begun. We're on our way to the desert. Very exciting.
Jordan, a land of deserts, caves and canyons for exploring. This is the story of a 10-day road trip we took from Aman through Petra and the red sands of the Wadi Rum to the cool seas of Aqaba and the Wadi Mujib. And this trip was a special one, because this trip was about her, and this was the last trip we would be taking as just boyfriend and girlfriend. Providing she says yes, of course.
You know you'll film yourself. You know what the front of the camera is, don't you?
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Okay, camera the right way around this time.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so those speed bumps do come up out of nowhere, which we realised. There's literally no warning signs, they just appear, like 10 metres in front of you. Where are we going, babe?
We are going to Wadi Mujib.
Wadi Mujib. I think it's Mujib or Mujib. I don't know. We'll get some nice views for sure.
We had lunch in a very charming cafe at the overlook to the water reserve. In a spot like this, you'll rarely meet a tourist or two, but we managed to arrive just in time for a coach full of tour groupers to come along and crash all the fun. We pressed on and made our way toward our first hotel for the evening. There's plenty to see en route, but before arriving at the hotel, our attention was stolen by a small car on the side of a road, advertising itself as the smallest hotel in the world. We looked it up and it's official. The owner, Mohammed, was a complete gentleman, and after seeing our admiration for his mini hotel, he invited us into his home for some tea, followed by a performance, of course. Once the standing ovation was over, we crossed the road and checked into the Seven Caves Hotel, which is exactly what it says on the tin.
Pretty special, huh? Shame about the twin beds, but we'll push them together, won't we, Cal? It's about 7 a.m. Where are we going, darling?
I'm home. We are going to Petra today.
What are we going to see?
The ancient city and the treasury.
Today was Carla's birthday, and what a way to celebrate it. After a short drive, we were in Petra. The first leg is about 20 to 30 minutes, but that's because we got there about 7 a.m. When the tourists flood in, it can take twice as long to get anywhere.
This is exciting.
The path itself is flat concrete, but the towers above were naturally formed by millions of years of rivers, carving the rocks away. Regarding entry to the heritage site, I highly recommend something called the Jordan Pass. Not only does it already include entry to Petra, but it also includes the mandatory visa entry fee for the country itself, and a huge range of other attractions. The ancient city of Petra was established in about 400 BC, and for lots of the time since then, the city has remained untouched, but was rediscovered again in 1812 and opened up to the public as a heritage site as it stands today.
Wow. That is cool, isn't it? There's camels.
You want to do the camel?
After a few minutes, we reached the treasury, the icon of the canyon, as seen in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
You got this, babe.
And from the treasury onwards, there is still a world to see, as well as restaurants and, fortunately, regular facilities. However, the last leg of the hike is also the longest, from the base of the canyon to the monastery at the top. It's about 2 to 3 hours, and it's much more rewarding if you do it on foot.
It's a bit exhausting. Good fun though.
Oh my god, wow, that's really cool. I didn't expect to do that.
All the way back to Treasury.
With air conditioning?
Free Wi-Fi too.
See?
Wow.
It's clean.
Thank you so much.
See, it's
This is excellent. My new purchase. From Noel's Bazaar.
Noel in Petra.
Noel and Petra.
As you can imagine, it was fun getting that home.
It's beautiful, isn't it, babe? Second best view in the world.
This was day 3 now, the beginning of the trip to the sand and stars.
The plan is today a camel ride across the desert, and then we are sleeping in a bubble tent under the stars before our jeep tour tomorrow through the Wadi Rum.
So romantic.
I like to think I have one or two romantic things up my sleeve.
You do, you're so romantic. I love you, baby.
Hey, we got it right! Wow, see the ground there, yeah.
That's so fun.
We survived the journey and arrived at Wasim camp to check into our bubble tent.
It's actually not as hot as I thought it would be. It's lovely, it's perfect.
The tents themselves are awesome and the campsite did not disappoint. And again we were off. The hotel managers are very easy to arrange excursions with. We managed to arrange a camel ride with our hotel manager via WhatsApp.
What do you want to call your camel? Brian. Brian? Oh, hey Brian. I think he wants a stroke on the head, but I'm a bit nervous. Oh, don't like that, mate. You're a bit close. A bit close there, Brian. You're petrified. Well remembered, darling. The only animal in the world with 2 sets of knees.
No,
I didn't actually remember that
Is
until
it?
you said it.
Yeah, no, you're right, babe.
Am I
yeah.
right?
You think? This is for you.
He's the
Jeff?
one who's hungry.
There you go. Hey. Hey. Good boy. This is amazing.
Oh, you're always like me?
You've had some.
I literally made best friends that day, and although I may never see him again, I will forever remember my holiday friend, known only for one day as Brian.
Oh, right.
Having a nice time, babe?
A night around the campfire and a cup of Bedouin tea would be difficult to miss when visiting the Wadi Rum. Now, glamping in a fancy bubble tent is lovely, but eventually you get a craving for something a bit more exciting.
Let's go.
Let's go!
This was the day. It was our day touring on a 4x4 through the desert, but also this was the day I was going to ask Carla that very special question. The question that takes a lot of confidence and holds a pretty strong commitment.
It's amazing.
Do you think it's going to be a special day?
Yeah.
I think so.
But the most important question we'd be asking each other all day was, have you had enough water? It's a hot climate in the Middle East, so how the Bedouin people lived out there in the desert is absolutely beyond me.
Apparently, the water, when it rains from the Red Sea, comes through the canyon through here. That's why the sand is a clearer colour. To this, over here. Look at you.
Full of knowledge.
What the guy just told me.
The canyons provide shade and shelter, as well as something we're quite accustomed to in England, queues. Even in the desert. Stretching the whole length of the canyon, hieroglyphs and carvings from thousands of years ago. Early humans leaving their mark on the world. The next stop is everyone's favourite, as it's time for lunch. Our guide Awat brings out the fresh ingredients and begins preparing a bowl of paella. a delicious local dish of the Bedouin people.
Close, please.
It was like 7-1 to the Bedouin folk, but yeah, we'll still celebrate that 1 point. Eating before the volleyball wasn't the right choice, but I survived to tell the tale, and we pressed on with the adventure. A short hike became a long hike, and eventually became quite a tall hike.
That was horrible.
John was a dad from our tour group,
Wow.
and he joined me on the race up the dunes, ready and committed for only one way down.
Oh, Jesus! Wow, oh my God! Well done.
That was really good fun. I really enjoyed it. However, I'm definitely paying a price.
And then maybe what? Sand desert shoes?
Yeah, maybe not.
And as the sun set over the sand, all I could think about was what was coming later. However, I was well distracted because our camp owner Rashid had organised some fantastic entertainment for the guests. And eventually, it was hard not to join in yourself. But when the time was right, I found my window, and I asked Carla to step outside to see the stars. Well, of course I wasn't going to get any video.
Well, I just think it's nice to have it as a memory.
It's nice to have it as a memory, isn't it? And when she turned around, I took a knee, and I asked this lady if she would marry me. So is it a yes then?
Yeah.
Now, proposals are not mandatory, nor are they expected in the desert, but they certainly make an already exciting holiday even more thrilling.
See that ring, babe?
Yeah, so now we're on our way to Aqaba to celebrate. I really fancy a beer, so that's the plan.
Should we go into our room, darling? Wow.
I think we've done pretty well here, darling, haven't we?
Yes, you have.
We have. We've lucked out. Free upgrade as well. Well, darling, it's been an amazing 24 hours of celebrating, hasn't it?
Yeah.
To continue the adventure, we book a scuba dive with local company Frogman Jordan.
Ready, baby?
They prepare our equipment, and the safety diver Omar gives us a briefing.
Excited?
Yeah. A little nervous.
So where are we going, Omar?
In the sea.
And what are we going to see?
The sea.
We're going straight from here.
Yes, straight all the way from that side. We go down slowly until we get used to everything. We're gonna go for the practice with mass clearing, regulator recovery, and sign communicate. Just make sure that we are okay before we go. We are going to the museum dive site, which is from 15 to 27 meters, but we are not going to dive to that deep. So it'll be like 15, 18 meters. Let's see how we are doing with the ears.
The dive itself was awesome, and we saw an amazing few wrecks at the museum. And Omar managed to persuade us into returning on the second day to another location in search of some beautiful fish. This time,
Yes.
we're going looking for coral and marine life.
In a Japanese garden.
So we've seen the man-made structures, and now we're going to see the natural structures.
Going to the Japanese garden, which is between, let's say, 6 to 12 meters.
down there in the Japanese garden was an abundance of beautiful fish living in and amongst the coral.
We're gonna go straight all the way down from the entrance to the reef coral, and then we're gonna see the pinnacle of coral, which is probably 9 meters. So we're gonna spend our time around the pinnacles.
One of the more dangerous fish in the sea, the lionfish. A good spot from Omar and one to avoid. The rest of these stunning fish are harmless, and it's simply peaceful to just float around and stare at these creatures in their natural habitat. That is until a semi-sub full of tourists comes along and scares them all away. Nice one. We emerge after an incredible scuba experience. We pay thanks to Omar and we hit the road.
Slight obstruction in the road there.
Wow. So babe, where are we heading off to now?
We are currently driving through the sand dunes back to North Dead Sea. However, we're taking a little stop off in Aqaba. We're going to be sleeping in a little hotel in the middle of nowhere.
Let's go inside. Yeah, it's not as comfortable as it looks. Felt a bit exposed being in such a big room. Today, we are driving down this sketchy road. Oh, there it is. To the Wadi Numeira Canyon.
What's nice about canyons is you can't really get lost. You only go forwards. My feet are wet. It's all part of the fun.
Like the majority of Jordan's canyons, the Numeira has been formed over millions of years. Rainwater cutting its way into the rocks on its pathway down to the Dead Sea. You'll need a change of shoes or a pair you won't mind getting trashed, but it's worth it for the views. What makes the Wadi Numeira one of the most exciting canyons in Jordan is that it's fully open and very rarely busy. We spent 3 hours walking in the canyon and only came across one person.
Oh, blinded.
I hear people.
You did it.
I did.
You did it.
Half an hour later.
Took us some time, but we got there. You achieved it. Done, and all that matters is you got to the top. And now look at what we agreed to do. Well, yeah, starting to happen. Now come off for the next canyon, I think. If it's open, then we're going to the Wadi Mujib.
The path goes on a lot further, but we had plans to see the next canyon before the tourist centre closed. But fortunately, it hadn't.
Let's go. Thank you so much. Where do we go?
At the Wadi Mujib, the vibe is a bit different. There's an official tourist centre at the entrance where you can find the mandatory life jackets and dry bags available for hire to keep your belongings safe.
I love the cat, but
I think I should have put it out.
sad, isn't it?
There it goes. Almost.
He nearly did it again. I saw it. I saw the screen as well, so it's really funny.
So
Okay.
babe, you ready?
I'm ready. Dry bags on, life jacket on. Let's go.
Go.
I personally wouldn't bother bringing any of your belongings besides some drinking water and a waterproof camera. The river water covers you completely from head to toe at certain points, so you'll want to bear that in mind when dressing for it. The walk itself is about 3 hours all round. Not only is the scenery one to marvel at, but also the climbing element.
Good job so far.
And that's only moderately challenging at most.
Let's try that way, delicate. Way, we did it! Well, we did it! There's another one.
I'd say it's very achievable for most people, and I wouldn't say you need a guide for the experience, as it's only one route with a dead end where you turn back. And at that dead end is a thunderous waterfall that, if you're careful, you can make your way around the back to the secret cave behind the falls. And it was here that some of the wildlife gave me a friendly greeting.
Double little fish that can nibble in my legs. Very uncomfortable. Let it push you out, okay? Let's go.
Out of the waterfall we went, ready to make our way back down the canyon. Only thing was, I'd lost Carla.
Wow, wow! How'd you get over there?
Could you go underwater then?
Oh, really? That's made a boat.
The walk back was just as enjoyable as the walk there, and it's an experience that's worth every penny. And if you get tired, you can quite simply go with the flow. Crossing your arms and floating down the stream is an incredibly calming experience, and one where we take a moment to appreciate the amazing trip we've experienced together.
That was probably one of the highlights of the trip.
One of.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.